Yeah, so when are you gonna let me start lifting at your house again?
Soon, hopefully.
All right,
Are
guys.
we live right
Yeah,
now?
we're live. All right, welcome to the
Alright,
second
hang on,
podcast.
hang on.
Oh, I
Are
guess.
you connected?
Yeah, I'm connected.
Alright.
Welcome to the second
Ready?
podcast. Just keep it in here. Keep all that in. So today's podcast is gonna be all about diet, pretty much. We're gonna keep these podcasts to fitness and business. So some might be fitness only, some may be business only, some may be both.
Lifestyle too. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
We're gonna talk about little stuff going on in our lives eventually.
Not everything, but
Not everything, but some stuff. Because right now we don't got a whole lot to talk about.
Well, I
No,
don't
I'm just kidding.
we had this conversation work.
Yeah, we don't got a lot of stuff. We don't got a lot of stuff that we're doing. Really, it really has been business and work.
So today's pretty much all diet. I don't know. Well, we don't know how long this is gonna take, so maybe we go off track. But so we're gonna start off first with a little information. So both of us were currently trying to lose weight. When I went to college, I gained like 30 pounds. Mark, you didn't really gain weight. You kind of had weight,
I
right?
did.
Oh, you gained weight in college too?
No. Yeah, going into it, I think I got to school. I was like 180, and then which was pretty heavy for me still, and then I got up to like 204. I think was my max. It was crazy.
That's actually that's pretty big actually, bro. When I got to college,
well, first of all, I'm 5.
Yeah.
I'm like 5. I'm 5'8" and a half, maybe 5'9" if I'm lucky. But I'll never forget it. I was sitting and I had to go to the doctor's office to get a physical. I was gonna try out for my crew team, which is like a rowing team. I ended up not doing that this year, but more to come. And I got there and I'm in the doctor's office and I get on the scale and I look up at the little digital reader. It says 204 and I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, bro.
And like talk about freshman 15, more like freshman 35.
Dude, exactly. That's what I've been saying. Like I got to college, I was like 187, and then like I got all the way up to like 223. I thought it was. And the whole time my excuse is, oh, I'm just bulking. I got, I'm bulking. But no, it's just,
me too.
It was just fucking fat. All fat. It was awful. Dude, literally my diet was chicken tenders, Whoppers, pizza, every, like I worked at Starbucks.
Yeah, whatever.
I worked at Starbucks, so I got a discount on like all the stores that are in that same building. So I got like not Big Macs, Whoppers, pizza like for $2, cheap as hell. So like you're on that college budget and you got to eat.
Yeah, whatever you can get your hands on.
Yeah,
I mean, I was
everything.
doing the same thing. I was probably eating like, I kid you not, probably 7,000 to 8,000 calories a day sometimes. And I would go down.
That was it. Bulking. We're bulking.
Yeah, it was bulking. I would have like 3 plates of food every single meal. And it was just, everything's buffet style. So you could just eat whatever you want. People don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But
they offer salads, but they also offer, shit right next to it.
Bar is no
fucking brown lettuce.
Yeah, it's my chicken. I don't know about you, but the chicken there, back when I was eating meat, the chicken was so gross. It was so rubbery. That's part of the reason why this started. This whole vegan thing, because I don't know. I got tired of it. I was eating like these rubbery pieces of chicken, and I know all of the kids at Temple can agree. All the kids in my dorm hated J&H. We never went to J&H. Well, we tried to go as little as possible. We always ended up at food trucks and stuff. Whatever else we had. I don't know. How was your dining hall food when you were there?
I didn't think it was bad. It was like I kind of miss it now that I think about it. It's like, well, I probably just miss being able to eat so much, but
the convenience factor is there too. But yeah, like I said, the meat was the quality of food was no good.
Yeah.
So what let's talk about calories.
Yeah.
So like, on a day to day, what have you been eating recently on this cut?
Well, first, since we're both on a cut, so like we have to maintain a calorie deficit. So in order to lose weight, you gotta eat less than your body consumes, which is the caloric deficit. So my maintenance calories is probably like, it's honestly pretty like probably up close to 3,000, like 2,700 for maintenance. So like if I ate 2,700 calories, I wouldn't lose weight, I wouldn't gain weight, I'd stay the same. So right now I slowly decreased my calories like week by week, and right now I'm at about 1,600, 1,700, which it sounds really bad, like really low, but like I don't feel like at first I was feeling like trash, but like right now I feel like I can, like I'm happy with like I feel satiated, like I don't feel like I'm starving all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes obviously throughout the day I'm starving, but you know.
And the one thing that's honestly you're lucky, like that's lucky for you right now, and this is weird, like kind of weird, but like you don't have to, like you probably don't really think about eating when you're at work.
Yeah,
but, like,
true. You're 100% right.
Like for me, like I'm at home right now, and I'm trying to do work and stuff and keep myself busy, but I'm still like I'll get hungry and I'll get like I wouldn't say cravings, but I'll just get hungry, and then sometimes I'll eat a little bit more than I should. But like for me right now, I've been eating. My maintenance is probably what would you say, like 2,600, around.
Oh well, if I'm probably honestly probably about 3,000 then. So yeah, you're probably like 25, 26. Yeah.
25, 26. And I usually eat anywhere from 18 to 2,000. I try to stay in that range.
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah, right now, because like I feel like I haven't really done like an extreme cut, because like there's been like nothing to really like. It's not like I'm trying to get extremely lean for some specific reason right now, because like when summer's closer and the possibility of us being able to go to beaches and do the normal things that we would, then maybe I'll do that for like 2 or 3 weeks. But right now it's just been 18 to probably 2,200, sometimes 2,200. Sometimes I'll go a little bit more. I know you're saying the other day about how you switched now. You're doing
I was gonna say that
one day. And then, so talk about that.
So actually, that's probably why I feel so much fuller now. Like at the start, I was starving every day, but now I feel so much like mentally like full. So what I've been doing is it's still all in a deficit. So one day I consume 1,600 calories. Yeah, that day kind of sucks a little bit. You're a little bit hungry. So 1,600, but then the next day I do like 2,000 calories. So I'm like, I'm like looking forward. Like I'm more mentally prepared. Like tomorrow I'm gonna be able to eat more food. So today I just stick it out, and tomorrow I can enjoy more food. But it's still in a deficit. So like I'm playing with my mind a little bit. Like I'm eating more, but it's still in a caloric deficit. So I'm still losing weight, obviously.
And that's the thing. Like I've heard a lot of people talk about that. Like it's like similar to intermittent fasting. That's one thing that I do, or I try to do. So I do intermittent fasting is basically when you break for a period of time. So like you fast for a period of time, and you give yourself a period of time to eat. So I have a 8-hour eating window that I'll do, and then a 16-hour fast. So that's a daily thing. So for example, it's 11:18 right now. I'll start eating at 12, and I'll stop myself at 8, and then won't eat again until the next day at 12. Now, there's like different speculation on the benefits of this. There's really no negatives, but it goes back to our primal instincts as human beings. Like we are capable of not eating for longer periods of time than we actually realize. It's pretty crazy. I mean, there's some people that do like a day on, a day off almost. And it kind of reminds me of like what you're doing right now, the lower calories and then the higher calories. It kind of like, it probably tricks your mind and allows you to. Yeah.
I've been like not these last few weeks, but I've always been having cheat meals. Like I needed cheat meals to survive, not survive obviously, but I needed cheat meals. But now like the last 2 or 3 weeks I haven't had a cheat meal, because I really think because I'm increasing those calories every other day. So that's a great, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something too. Like the one thing I've heard people talk about is the fact that, okay, so if you're doing that and giving yourself that cheat meal, so like let's say your cheat meal's on Sunday, Monday through Saturday, you're gonna be constantly thinking about that meal.
Yeah.
And like part of it is like, well, why constantly think about that meal when you can eat a lot of good foods and stay satisfied and then maintain like that healthy lifestyle without binging.
Yeah.
And like that's like kind of an interesting thought too, because like I know a lot of bodybuilders will do something like that. Like I know The Rock does that. Like
Yeah.
he'll have a Sunday cheat day where he'll eat an absurd amount of calories because it helps with the fat burning process,
Yeah.
metabolism.
There's a lot of people though. Me honestly, personally too. Cheat meals can really fuck up your diet because say it's like 3,500 calories, 3,500 calorie deficit to lose 1 pound of weight. So if you're in a 500 calorie deficit for 7 days, that's your there's your 1 pound of fat. But then on that 7th day, you also have an extra 3,500 calories. There goes the whole. That's the whole week's progress. Yeah. So you gotta like have cheat meals, but don't like go overboard where you cancel out the whole week's progress.
Be smart about it. And that's one thing too is like it's different. Like you have to have a realization of like what your goals are. Like if you're training for endurance, then obviously you're gonna have to do more cardio. But if you're strength training, you don't necessarily need to do as much cardio. And this is like one thing that's different for me and Jaden. Jaden will do.
I haven't been doing cardio. I haven't been doing cardio.
He hasn't been doing cardio, but he's been doing less cardio. But he's in such a deficit, it doesn't matter. Now for me, I'm eating a little bit more, so I'm making sure to do a lot more cardio, and I'm also trying to train for endurance. Yeah. So
I might do cardio today.
It balances out.
It's nice out today.
So what have you been eating recently?
All right, I'll talk about me first. So since I work like a lot. Like in getting prepared for work and all that stuff takes a lot of time. I don't really find time, and my hours are really weird. I work 1 o'clock to 10:30 ish, so like I don't have time to make dinner and stuff like that. So I've been meal prepping. So in the morning I make my breakfast. It's always the same thing. It's just eggs and turkey, and I have like some kind of carb, like an English muffin, some like rice cake, something like that. Like same breakfast every single day. It's just easy for me. I don't mind it. It tastes fine to me. So I have that. And I prep my lunch, which I always have bulk. I have rice and some kind of protein like turkey, lean ground beef, stuff like that. So I just prep it for the day, really. Usually around 100 grams of rice and then 4 ounces of turkey, 4 to 6 ounces of turkey. And then I also add another carb with the overnight oats, like you guys seen in the video, which is a lot of carbs. And it gives me a great boost of energy because it's I add like powdered peanut butter, banana, raisins, all into the oatmeal, and that's pretty much the whole day. That adds up to about 1,600 calories. It's really convenient for me because I don't have to spend a bunch of time cooking, and the meals are, like, Mark doesn't think I'm having fun, because Mark's got these nice, beautiful bowls of fruit, and he sees my plain meals, but I'm happy with my meals, and it's working, so I'll be fine with them. And only a little bit or not much longer, I don't think, of these plain meals. I'll probably go into maintenance calories and live a little bit better eventually, soon. But yeah, so meal prepping for me, really. So
for me, basically, for breakfast is always the same thing. So I'll start my day or breakfast, meaning like breaking the fast, since I don't really eat till 12. I'll have a pretty big bowl of oatmeal to start. So by that time, I've already worked out usually. Try to work out on a fasted diet. So at 12, I'll break the fast. I'll have about 1.5 cups of oats mixed together with a scoop of protein, some PB Fit, which is like a powdered peanut butter that he was talking about. And then I'll use soy milk. I started using soy milk because it has a lot more protein than almond milk does, and I kind of like the taste of it. So there's more protein there. And then I'll have I'll put in I'll throw that in the microwave, and then I'll add a scoop of chia seeds, a scoop of flax seeds, and I'll add a scoop of sunflower seeds. And then I'll put like a cup of blueberries and like a strawberry or two in there. And I mix that all up, and that's like 50 grams of protein right there. And so there's a big misconception in the fitness industry that people need a large amount of protein in their diet. And studies have shown that this is just not true anymore, that you need like a gram of protein per pound of muscle mass. So I strive for anywhere from like 130 to like 150 grams of protein per day. because like the optimal range is actually 0.8 to 1 gram. So anywhere from like 130 to 150 is like perfect for me. So then for lunch, I don't always have lunch because sometimes I'll have a bigger dinner. So like for dinner, I'll have some sort of protein, and then I'll always usually have beans with it, and then quinoa or some sort.
What do you
of
mean,
carb.
some sort of protein? Like
So because I'm vegan, like I said, proteins anywhere from there's foods called like tempeh. I'll have tempeh, which is a mix of a variety of beans. That's like it's like tofu, very similar to tofu. Tofu is another one, a big one. Beans are really high in protein. Lentils are really high in protein. I have Beyond Sausage sometimes. Beyond Meat is a new and upcoming brand that is becoming very popular. They have sausages, hamburgers, chicken, everything. There's really nothing that you can't eat anymore that's not plant-based. And it's kind of crazy. And then after I have dinner, and I always have a big bowl of leafy greens. So leafy greens are really important for getting in the proper micronutrients on a day-to-day basis. And then for dessert, I'll have like a protein bowl, which is like the big fruit bowl that I usually post on Instagram. So that'll be like a cup of fruit, a cup and a half of fruit, sometimes a banana, sometimes not. And then throw in a scoop of protein, the PB Fit again, soy milk, and I usually put some sort of green in there as well. So whether that be kale or spinach or something like that. And I blend that all up, and then by the end of the day, that's like each meal is like 600-700 calories. So
yeah,
usually I'm done after that. 3 meals is similar to anybody else.
Yeah. So I remember there was a time where I was thinking, man, should I try going on a try Mark's vegetarian or something like that?
So for me, it was just something that I actually started it because of my acne and my skin, and then I'd watched this documentary called Game Changers, which is a really popular documentary in the vegan or vegetarian industry, if you've ever heard of it. Basically, it goes in depth about these extreme athletes that are capable of doing what they're doing and doing even more after they've changed their diet. And I was like fascinated by this because I didn't know that these athletes were starting to convert to this, and I didn't know why, because like I know there's a lot of ethical reasons that people do it, and but for me it was primarily about my health. So I started it, I did it for like a week or two, came home for spring break. I came home, I think I had some sort of meat because it was just easier at the time. I was only home for a week. Went back to school, did it again, and then ever since then I haven't had meat. Well, I cheated once. I had a piece of ham on Easter. But since then, I haven't had any chicken, any red meat, really. Dairy's been a big one. And because like dairy is known to have a connection to cystic acne. So dairy's something that I've cut out. I really don't miss much of it.
Yeah. I choose not.
Now for you, like what's your reasoning?
I like meat. So like I feel like if I like meat, there's no reason like that I should need to cut it out. Like obviously you had your reasons, like if you wanted your acne cleared up, stuff like that. But like I don't have any real problems. So like for me, like what's the point? Like if I enjoy it, you can still lose weight while eating the foods you enjoy. And like with there's things like people are like, oh, I'm thinking about going on the keto diet because it's so good for you, but I really like carbs, so I don't know. And I'm just like, you don't need to not eat carbs. You just like need a caloric deficit. You can be in a caloric deficit with carbs or without carbs. Like either way, it's gonna work. So like, I don't know. It's all people need to realize that like it's so simple and like common sense really, like of the caloric deficit.
These fad diets are not like what matters. Like you have keto. There's like if you want to call vegan, vegetarian a fad diet, then go for it. But I really don't think it is. What else? There's paleo.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
There's
bullshit.
so many other things. But all like Jaden was talking about, all that really matters is
calories.
Your calories. Your calories and your protein intake.
Yeah,
because
sure.
if you're not eating enough protein.
Well, yeah, it's all calories though.
It's all calories. But that being said, I have learned a lot since I've switched my diet, and I think that there's a lot more benefits to it than people realize. And the biggest problem is like lack of education. People don't really care to learn about new things, or it's just because they think it's easier to do one thing. There's so many different ways that you can meal prep, and I'll be coming out with videos and stuff soon showing you how to do that. Yeah, but I hope that people will look into it. Like, I'm not going to be one to, if you don't eat meat, or sorry, if you do eat meat, I'm not going to be one to come at you for it, or I'm getting better at that, because
you came at me once.
Yeah, I came at him once, and it's hard at home sometimes when you're the only one like not eating meat. But what was I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, like there's a lot of benefits to it besides just the basic being able to lose weight and stuff, like the health benefits, the heart benefit with your heart.
And yeah, if you're eating
the heart is big.
Yeah, if you're eating like all just vegetables, I don't understand that. Like, obviously you add your shit, but like if you just eat vegetables, like that's like no calories. Like you'll be losing weight easy peasy.
Yeah, but that's a big misconception. Like,
if I'm fucking eating spinach all day,
yeah,
that's like 12 calories.
That's that's lack of knowledge. Like, you can eat. There's so many different things. I know. There's 20,000 plants to pick from. So there's like people say there's not enough to eat or whatever. It's just
the one thing I missed out on that calories in, calories out is so carbs. That's 1 carb. 1 gram is I forget if it's 1 gram of carbs is what, 4 calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So if they're all just calories, it doesn't matter if, other than protein is a little different because you need it a little bit like
for muscle growth.
But other than that, if one day you have too much fat, then just cut a little bit of the carbs. If one day you have too many carbs or too little fat or carbs, you can eat a little bit more fat because it's all just calories. It doesn't matter if you're eating more fat, more carbs.
Yeah.
Like
so pretty much like when you're setting your diet, like I said, figure out what protein is best for you, how many grams you should be taking in a day, and then the rest doesn't really matter. Like we use MyFitnessPal,
100.
Yeah, once I hit that protein goal, as long as I'm under my calories and I'm satisfied for the day, you're done eating.
Doesn't matter if you have more fat one day than the other day. It doesn't matter if you have more carbs one day than the other day. Unless you're like a bodybuilder and you're like trying to, I don't know, like look dry as shit. But
and the one thing that I get a lot with the vegan diet and vegetarian diet, whatever you want to call it. I'm primarily vegan, but I've had some things with eggs in it recently by accident that I didn't realize. That's one thing that you'll learn, is that there's eggs and dairy in literally everything, and you have to really be smart and look at the label. But like energy wise and in the gym, like I feel great. Like the pumps have been crazy. Like the increase in carbs as a vegan is like absurd.
It's a lot of carbs. Oh yeah.
Yeah, your body feeds off of carbohydrates, not off of. So that's the thing with the keto diet, is your body feeds off of fat. Now it takes some time to get your body into ketosis, which is where the word keto comes from. But like I said, your body naturally feeds off of carbs. So you're eating so many carbs, like there's no loss of energy anywhere. In fact, you're more energized eating vegan or vegetarian because of the amount of healthy carbs that you're eating. Like things to stay away from, like there's a lot of bullshit vegan, vegetarian chips and stuff that you can eat, which they're all, if it's a processed carb or refined sugar, it's not good for you. You know what I mean? You want to eat everything that says like no sugar added and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah,
as healthy as possible.
Just the main thing is calories, man. If you're on a diet, just track calories. Download MyFitnessPal. Go find a program on our website, j2bfit.com. Go find a trainer, get a diet plan, get something going. Just find what works with you. Contact them, see if they can hook you up with some kind of specialized meal plan or something like that. That's the whole point of the website, is to help people out with with their goals. So if cutting is your goal, go check out our site.
If you have any questions for either of us, you know where to reach us. My Instagram's at I am Mark McDonald.
Jaden_Adams12. And then you can go to Journey Boys Fitness, also Instagram. But yeah, so podcast number 2. Hopefully it's better than podcast number 1. Thank you guys for watching.
I guess that's why I can live comfortably. So that's what happens when you